Oh,
I learned not to tolerate anyone who would question the merit of my work, or insinuate that I have not earned my position. Certainly, there's value in the artistry of hard light manipulation. But what about the art of negotiation? Of presentation? Shaping oneself to be perfect. Crafting not just a reputation, but an image. Something untouchable. Something worthy. That is the true test of talent. The real... Oh, what are you saying, Vera? Even if it were the truth, no one would respect you. Let alone believe you, if you shared your own perspective. No, just give them what they want. Deliver the speech. Hand out the award. Smile. You're Vera Singania, heiress to the Vishgard dynasty, keeper of the family fortune, inheritor of innovation. You will be the one to lead Vishgar into its better, brighter future. They want you to be perfect, Vera. It's a good thing you are. Now that's perfection at work. The story continues in Overwatch.
What a clean fight for Disguise. Is that really the team kill?
Liquid.
Jefferson's managed to get Tree down.
play for point. Nice one.
This is going to be an explosion of death in the hands of the Dallas Fuel.
That was impressive.
Can't get the touch. Here comes the engage. Psycho with 3. Oh, buddy.
There's the tether, looking for the drag off with the pickup, comes through. Oh, the carrier. Empty got to the rescue.
Twisted Minds looking to close out the series here and take over the trophy. Of course, has done it so many times before, and he'll do it again. Your OWCF 2025 World Finals champion.
Yesterday, Team Liquid got their second win of the season, leaving it open for them to have that potential into playoffs contention. I'm Ash, and I'm joined here by Mitch and Jake. Guys, it is so exciting that all 3 matches of the last day of regular season have the possibility of mattering so much right down to the very end for these last 2 playoff spots.
They could all matter, or honestly, only the first one could matter as well. We really don't know. So much really hinges on that first result, but the overarching narrative that came out of yesterday was that it really is anyone's game. We have some really quality teams here in this 6 NA contender, so I have no idea how this is going to pan out. I guarantee the press is going to be all over the place.
Yeah, we got some very likely wild scenarios coming in with tie breaks, nap differentials. We'll be sure to break all that down for you guys. But I think it's just been an incredible first regular season here in North America to see the teams have such parity. Even, the top squads like Dallas and SSG, they look good. They look better than the rest. But I have a feeling that some of these, teams in the bottom 4 right now could rise up to compete. Definitely don't envy anybody trying to fight for a spot in promotion relegation because it won't be easy.
It definitely won't be easy. Speaking of that giga banger of a matchup that we get to see yesterday between Dallas Fuel and Spatiation Gaming, taking a look at these standings here, Dallas Fuel, they secured that top seed. They'll have the opportunity after all is said and done to choose who they want to be facing up against in that first round of playoffs. However, for those last 2 spots, do not be fooled. Still completely wide open for the other 4 teams on the docket. When it comes down to those tiebreaker rules that Jake was just talking about, we're going to walk you through them a little bit here. It is not, we're not going past number two there. We are going to go between, head-to-head map differential between tied teams. We are not going to go beyond that because of how this season has panned out thus far. But taking a look at today's schedule to give you guys a bit of a better breakdown, there's 4 possibilities on the table. The first one, if Lunex beats DSG, like Mitch was talking about in this first matchup, it's done and dusted. You'll have the fact that Lunex and Liquid get to take those last 2 spots. However, on the flip side, if Disguise manage to win, it opens up to 3 other possibilities, which will trickle down into our last 2 matches of the day. If Dallas Fuel end up beating Extinction, Disguise and Team Liquid can qualify, but then if Extinction who wins, it'll be Extinction that qualify with Disguise, unless Liquid manages to beat Space Station Gaming in that last matchup of the day, then Liquid can join Extinction in the playoff. Guys, I know that was a lot of yap, but Mitch, that makes sense, right?
Well done, Ash. I'm interjecting, that was great.
I mean, it makes sense. Basically, it means that in each of the 3 games, we have a constraint that has to be met in order for us to have to consider the next one, right? So if certain things go right, we only have to look at the first one, and so on and so forth. So it's not guaranteed to be super complicated if the results maybe pan out the way that you might expect them. The problem is that this first game is a real toss-up. I really feel like either team could take it. I know I'm going to dive into that more in just a second, but that's kind of what has us up in the air, I think.
It really does. But speaking of what's up in the air, one of the teams that we're going to be seeing in this first match for Disguise, they managed to get their very first win last weekend up against Team Liquid. Let's take a little bit of a flashback and take a look at Disguise Toast's reaction to that DSGW just 1 week ago.
Wait, bomb them with the D.Va. I'm sorry, why is there a Bastion here? What? Oh my god, the Bastion swap! The Bastion swap! We've been hiding the Bastion? Oh my god. We won. We might be not the worst team. DSG bros are up.
Transmissions are not reaching the astropathic relay station.
Jake, I feel like that reaction from Disguise Toast was so ecstatic at the Bastion swap. He was stunlocked, and then the anticlimactic end of, guys, we might not be the worst team. We still have a chance here.
I love that Disguise is calling for the going in with the D.Va bomb. He's doesn't believe in the Bastion swap. So good to see the team making the right moves in that moment. I'm definitely getting curious to see how they perform today though, because this is a squad with a ton of pressure on their shoulders, but still with some realistic scenarios to qualify if you get this win. I mean, both these teams, I guess Lunex has full control of their destiny. Disguise needs a little bit of luck, but honestly, for either one of them, the win gives them a great chance to go into playoffs and survive further.
It really does. Heading into Lunex, though, Mitch, I think that taking a look at the squad, we saw how good of a brawly team they are. Zeb's Orisa has been so impressive throughout this stage thus far, and they still kept a very close match up against Dallas Fuel last weekend. What are you looking out for from them in today's match versus Disguise to keep their playoff dream alive?
I think a huge part of this team's success is Sombra getting to be in a comfortable spot. I think the Tracer gameplay was really, really impressive. And I think that if Sombra and Zeb, I think these are the 2 that Jake highlighted yesterday. If those 2 are in positions where they can, actually, show that skill expression, be in a comfortable place, something that's familiar for them, this team looks really, really well. Their backline is extremely solid, and X10, she seems to really pop off as well on kind of any of those hit scan picks. I'm a little bit fussed about the Gibraltar map from this Lunex team and about that Freya comp, but I'm willing to have a mind change.
Okay. It seems like such a coin flip heading into today's matchup for this potential for Lunex to, still secure their playoff spot, or for their dreams to be completely dashed if they lose to Disguise. When it comes down to our predictions, I had to go with Lunex for this. I do think it will be a close matchup regardless, though, Mitch.
I said DSG.
Okay.
I said DSG. I'm a big Rocket believer. I do think these guys are really good on
Don't give
the
up the base, Mitch.
I'm not doing it this time. Last week, I regretted my pred instantly. This time I actually feel okay about it. I think DSG have got what it takes. I also think that this is the older Dark and peaking at the right time. They've really started to improve over the last couple of weeks. They're far from the worst team here, so that's my pick.
I think I went a little bit controversial with this one. I went with Lunex. I agree. I think on paper, you look at the names on DSG, they should be the stronger team. However, I think these Lunex players are peaking at the right moment in terms of their careers and like the longer arc of Overwatch history here. And I think they're going to be able to get the win today. It's going to take a solid performance though, because I agree, DSG are a very strong team now, and it's going to be a competitive one.
Well, let's see if Lunex are able to secure their playoff spot alongside Team Liquids, or if Disguise can win and open up 3 different timelines.
I mean, for simplicity's sake, you may be at home hoping for Lunex to win, but if you're the kind of person that likes utter, unmitigated, unadulterated chaos, then you want to get behind my pick of DSG, because that will throw this all for a loop. Like Ash mentioned, we're not going to get any further than map differential in counting down, so it's not going to be an impossible tiebreak. We're not going to have a ridiculous scenario where we have to like actually play tiebreak again. So don't worry about that. It's more just that, you know, the reality of what our playoffs are looking like won't really be locked in until the end of the day if Lunex do not win here. Li Shangtao to start us off. We saw, you know, Lunex try and fold in a little bit of the Reaper comps of their own in that previous game, and they had some mixed results, but DSG, you know, PG and Rocket very comfortable. He's very classic sort of Reaper and Ash combo.
Yeah, banning out the Vendetta here, I think definitely opens up possibilities for Lunex. Still going to be some choices whether the teams decide to stick with the Sim or maybe go with more of a conventional Tracer look. A lot of options here. PG on the Cassidy, though, could do a lot in this one.
All right, so switch off the Ash to Cassidy, and a Genji brought in here for Rocket. Still, though, within that Zarya shell, and Genji is still going to be able to go and get that charge for the Zarya and keep Tread at a pretty high level of damage pretty consistently. Z's took a bunch of damage early on here, forcing the out of the sightlines early. Not ideal for the Juno, and Treads had to bubble themselves here. That was a dash forward by Nenwai. She's not able to connect on the Zarya because of that bubble, and Lunex has to disengage briefly. They've given up a lot of this ground.
Zamba holding the point, though, putting some contest on, and as that pulls resources from Disguise over to the left, opportunity for Lunex. Left takes down Zamba, though. It's going to take one of the key thorns out of their side. It may just be cleanup time for Disguise. Zamba running out of resources on the point.
Yeah, I mean, that fight, in theory, ended very quickly. That pick on the Tracer really meant that Lunex didn't have any ability to work that flank. If they're going to give up some space and play back towards the bridge, then their Tracer absolutely has to be making inroads. And Zamba, as we saw, was not able to. Nice looks there from Lep. We're going to have Zeb here on the Tracer himself, who's always been happy to go here, rather on the Zarya himself. The Orisa not really cutting it here, as too much of that CC is mitigated by Zarya.
Stepping up now across the bridge. Zarya swap for Zeb is going to take them here. Already very energized. PG with the high noon, though, is going to zone things back, slow the game down for now, but expect the re-engage to come.
What DSG want, though, they do want to be able to work into that space. That's very aggressive again from Nenwai, but Zeb is low. It might be time to make a play here. If your Lunex Tread charged up, ready to rumble, but has to respect the damage from Zeb, who is pretty healthy in their own right. Tread with a grab developed for the next engagement, so a win here would be absolutely massive for DSG, and Zeb may be punished for the late switch over to the Zarya himself. All the while, this guy's ticking up in capture percentage as Zeb can't do too much outside of get a couple of heads turned in his direction.
Zeb might be able to get out with energy. He's going to stick around in the fight, and looks like we have a pause coming in. I think there might be a little bit more to play for here for Lunex, right? The spawners are going to be coming back in. There's going to be some support ults to deploy. Like you called out, though, the grab advantage from Tread starting on the Zarya is likely to be impactful here, but I've seen this scenario before where sometimes you just can't kill the grab through the orbital ray. It's just like a little bit too much healing. The enemy Zarya is a little bit too tanky. So you're really going to be wanting to try and catch supports or a Tracer, but easier said than done there for Tread.
Credit to Zeb as well, because, you know, being able to stay alive there means there's a lot of that Zarya charge that's carried over into the next fight. If there's any chance of reinforcing that Lunex tank player, then you do not have to spend a couple bubbles in the first 10 plus seconds of the fight actually trying to develop some damage. So if you're DSG, you're looking very quickly out for the Zarya, saying we might have grab, but they are at full charge at the beginning of the fight, which is a rarity for a team who, in theory, lost out. A lot of aggressive Brig shield bashes coming out here from Nenwai. She's really trying to get to grips here with Tread, but it can expose her to danger. Jake, I think this is the worst case scenario. Look at the investment in keeping Zeb alive, but it didn't line up, and the Zarya is dead.
You kind of have to go all in at this point. That kill on the PG, something to play for. X10, love to see her rip the OC. Grab plus orbital ray just to deal with the rallying Brig. I guess you needed it. But that does more or less drain the bank here. So Lunex actually, I think they have a chance into this round if they can just sustain through this spawn push, which it looks like they can.
Tread really needed that extra bit of stagger on disease there. I think that puts Lunex in an almost unwinnable situation. But now they're going to come back, and like you mentioned, heavy investment from DSG in that fight. They'll have a Dragon Blade, and will be unassisted outside of a Zarya bubble. So Rocket's going to have to get a little bit creative here, no doubt. Next with an overclock now, but hindered immediately. Doesn't want to take the fight up close against PG, but Nenwai, well, she was more than happy to. Yep, yeah, another shield bash forward from Lunex's Brig. Very aggressive, but it yields the elimination and forces Disguised off the point.
You know, Disguise on a retake, in a round they're up 99-0, right? In theory, this should be open and shut, but in reality, the blade and the rally that they're working with here are really tough to use against Graviton Surge, right? Genji just goes deep with the blade, you just get locked down and die. Similar story for Brig, right? Like, maybe the rally shield tanks you for a while, but there's also a pulse bomb from Zomba to worry about. So, tough fight here on the retake. We'll see how Rocket and Lep decide to pop these ults.
I wouldn't even hate this defensive grab here from Zev to try and lock Rocket up. You might want to try and go big here for a dominant team fight. Pulse bomb makes sense, but it's on the wrong side of the shield. PTE throws out the grenade, and Zomba's caught by it. Both DPS down at the start of the fight. That is horrific for Lunex. And that is absolutely going to be a bruise they carry into the next round, folks. Zeb is in trouble. And there's no way they're going to be able to stay alive and maintain any of that Zarya charge. Nenwai off the point. PGE will zone here with this Deadeye. And that's DSG taking their first round.
Great round from Tread and Lep in particular there, right? Like that final moment, making sure that the Brig rally shield just blocked everything. All the impact from that grab completely mitigated. Zarya up in front. I mean, she's the hardest one to kill, of course, with those bubbles. And then Lep's shield just does all the work. And then PGE, with that space to work with, he's just drilling heads. Definitely some big impact. X10, big damage in that round, though, despite like a tough round. Almost 5K there on the Sojourn. So I'm really curious to see how this round 2 goes. Expecting Lunex to maybe rock out with the Zarya mirror, and maybe we'll see a little bit of a closer round from an ult economy perspective.
Just kind of a reminder that, you know, these rounds can be over so quickly, right? You know, Lunex, they start on the Orisa, and it's just not the right pick. So Zeb makes a switch to the Zarya, sure, but that puts them so far behind in terms of that ult charge. There is a grab fight.
X10 Reaper.
Yeah, okay, we're going to see that here yet again. So this is something that Disguised were flashing earlier. This is a pretty, again, big investment into trying to neutralize Tread, but Zarya has plenty of tools to deal with, like that upfront aggression. You can see the rest of Disguised trying to respond here as they realize there's going to be way more pressure on their front line in this round.
There's a lot of aggression on every player. Zomba with a bunch of space to work with. Then by getting aggressive too. Tread, last man standing here for Disguise with the help of Sile behind, but it's not going to be enough. Zarya kiting away with Juno. Living a while, actually, but with Juno dropping, should be the beginning of the end. They're giving some respect to Trev. They don't want to get popped from the first, but I actually like this Lunex style. I think even PGE is going to be in huge trouble. Like, a Reaper teleporting on a Cassidy with a Zarya bubble is very hard to outplay. Like, you really need help from supports. You need maybe your own Zarya bubble to live that. Rocket goes over to the Venture, maybe giving him a little bit more survivability, a little bit more potential to fight the flanks. It's a good matchup, I think, generally into this style, but I wonder if they won't get overwhelmed.
I guess maybe the Brig also causing some issues is Tracer for Rocket. Again, we know just how powerful Venture can be. But again, it's a similar paradigm. You know, want to try and work into the flanks, try and get some Zarya bubbles, and the edge is blown up. That was a bubble given over towards Rocket, though. The burst damage was too high, though. It's likely Zev is very charged up. This Graviton Surge here, Tread realizes there's a lot of pressure coming their way to try and catch Lunex. Lunex just with their sails billowing with confidence, having this Reaper comp. They want to run at DSG whenever possible, and that time it was exploited.
Yeah, Tread living so deep into that last fight gets a huge grab advantage, and honestly, I think Lunex just caught off guard. Z caught in the grab there is worst case scenario. You know, as a Zarya, you're going to have to tank that grab, but having the Juno in it as well makes it essentially team fight winning on its own. Big impact from the Zarya here from Disguise.
Dark Lord PGE close to a Deadeye here. Rocket very quickly cheap feeler, switching back to Razor. Orbital Ray, and yeah, PG just caught lacking there. Not a whole lot to do. Lunex pop post support ultimates in response, and really, you're stuck with your feet planted to the ground in that Deadeye. DSG also commit a rally. They were maybe hoping to make up for that lack of play, but Lunex were a step ahead of them. Now they burned their Brig ult for very little.
Might continue to push the trade here. X10 relying on the supports, getting a lot of damage done on this Reaper. They're thinking about going even deeper. I mean, this comp has almost limitless aggression, but you got to be careful. Sometimes PGE finds Z, it's going to take the legs out from under this comp.
That is insanely aggressive from PGE. I mean, okay, drop off the high ground. PGE got the pick on the Juno. And drops off the high ground. It could have been because of fear of like a Reaper TP behind him, but either way, he throws himself into the blender.
Yeah, it's a big impact from Lunax. I mean, if that fight goes 5 more seconds, you know, you almost certainly lost. Like that little bubble play from Zombie to get a bit of extra energy for Zeb, who has held on to this Graviton Surge, but now both teams with grabs and disguised with some very big ultimates to throw into it.
Grabbing the Chug could be massive. It's going to require a defensive orbital rate, which sometimes just doesn't get online quickly enough after the ability is used. Here's the push. Trey going to come in with a grab now. Orbital ray is going to be used. Pulse bomb dropped on the ground. It's rocket down first, but the back line of Lunax crumbles. That's what DSG were looking for here, but there's
why is that so fucking loud?
Damage dealers, with the exception, of course, of Tread, who is certainly doing some heavy lifting in that department now. Is 60 charge, but he's got a lot to look at here. Zeb forced off the point low enough, but Xen is still there, and eventually Tread's going to run out of bubbles. This is still dangerous.
Reaper's right falling away. Oh my god, he's like, help me team, help me, help me. God, how is Tread just perma 100 energy, bro? How broken is Zari, bro? I mean, are both Zaris at the entire time? Just leave Zari at 100 energy for the entire game at this point. Just make that a base kit. It doesn't even matter anymore.
My god. Tread was sitting on top of the Juno ring, so of course they were going to walk him down. I'm excited that the second he saw Juno ring
Can
go
I
out.
fucking...
Rocket!
Jesus, okay, there we go. Fuck sakes, bro.
Our Vox transmissions are not reaching the astral. You will be on your own from here. The Emperor protects. Entering the Vox blackout, Damocles. Understood. Damocles out.
So we have no granadas.
Optimus Prime. Squad, rally on my signal. For the Emperor. Stay close and sharp. For the Emperor! Warspex is picking up Empyrean emanations from that shield. This territory is twice profaned by the presence of the Thousand Suns and the Tyranids. Flip their Callow clan on its head, remove the barrier, and let the Xenos skewer the heretics. Well done, brothers. All according to plan. Savor the crime of the heretics. Let us not lose sight of our sentinels. Down we go, brothers, to the source of this corruption. Ammunition cache here. Is not an option. Swapping magazine. Fresh munitions. We must proceed together. Regroup at once. No telling what surprises await. Whatever we face, brothers, we are prepared. Check your aim. Have a lift malfunction. The machine spirit has stopped responding. If we undo their meddling, all will be well.
bro. What the fuck?
Judgment will be delayed no longer. Picking up extra rounds. This corruption will lead us to the source. Certain. Pain and purgation await those who dwell here. Gather to me, brothers. Waiting on you.
Disrupting this altar. Avoid its foul sorcery. Capture and defend. Demon host attacks. Return to the shrine, brothers. Avoid its foul sorcery. It unleashes sorcery at us. Your affront to existence ends now. We will not stop until all your fellow kind are eradicated.
Losing that aggressive beat fight, you're not happy about that. Oh, look at this play. Look at this play. Cardi fan choosing to go on a reverse play. What the hell was that? Through the boxes around their spawn? No way they knew what was happening there. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, no, there's nowhere to go. Oh, nice ult. There's nowhere to go with the sky. Where's Lep gonna go? Lep, get down. It's so fun to watch the Doomfist. They're like all running away in circles strong as it is today if I didn't make that fan house account and start posting shirtless pictures. And I'm man enough to admit it. Uh-oh. Party fan has it all. Where do we go? Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He's been missing some of these rocket punches. DGE. Oh, no. The Mola shot. DGE and left holding hands. Both fall to it. It goes pale ass knees away. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, I agree. If we go pale for pale, I guarantee you're losing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Ivory. Go pale for pale, you're losing. You should have merch for it. Working on it. Ivy's quite tan, so am I. It just doesn't look like it's the lighting. It's the lighting, bro. I'm also tan. Nah, it's the lighting, it's the lighting. I have blue lights staring at me, directly at me. I've got 2 key lights. Nah, bro, I swear, guys. And whose fault is that? Okay, whatever. Oh, it's last fight here. Do they even have a touch? Yeah, Zombus whoever loses this match is disqualified. You can only ban one character per series.
Welcome back to Space Marine 2. Hope you guys are well. Please be aware this is preview footage of the game, so stuff might change.
Fight from Loon X, but they did it. Yeah, how the fuck does Nenwai have another V-drop?
All specs detecting tyranny presence.
Terra Surge, and the first to fall, so the rest of the team will fall shortly after. This point is seemingly a little less contested.
All specs engaged.
Probably one of the best maps in the game, I'd say. Even if it's Flashpoint, and a lot of people hate Flashpoint, I think the map is so pretty.
Commencing all specs. Specs engaged.
I think this is going to be incredibly difficult for Disguise to win this. Because keep in mind, Disguise is going to get like the next map pick, right? If Lunex wins
More Specs deep scan ready. Another Xenos fire form eliminated. Changing magazine. More Specs ready to scan.
Lunex wins this. I mean, Disguise actually got the first cap on this point. Oh no, Tread is down. Tread is down.
Enhanced visuals incoming. We all Specs prime. You are fertilizer now, Xenos. More Specs deep scan ready. Swapping magazine.
I did it! Fucking a year and a half after the fucking game came out. All trials, gold, holy fuck. Oh no, I have to do Tech Mirror trials. So he has all pistols. Ooh. He gets the heavy bolt rifle. Fuck. Alright, let's do some trials.
Inserting fresh magazines. Repurposing battlefield sentry.
Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Tabarnak de calice. Fuck off, you piece of garbage.
Just as I was questioning the Swaps over to Cass might be the best pick here because by the time X10 can get close to his Zarya bubble, it'll usually expire, get a stun out, and force him out of the fight. Okay, PGE no longer on M, right? Oh no, the bubble blossom on top of Rocket and Zamba! No, and the grab pulls! Oh no, betrayed! In the Kitsune rush at max charge! Oh no! Oh my god, no, Zamba wins! Zamba wins the 1v1. Are they gonna take a little bit more meterage? Yeah, they take like another 2 meters because of that. Oh no, that took Tread had to get a 4K right there in that Kitsune rush to not get absolutely stomped. 124 meters to 0. No. I don't know if this guy's gonna win this, guys. I don't know. Both teams are gonna have to drop for this fight. Shred does have Graviton Surge. Oh no, but PGE dies right away. No. Wait, a solo grab? Oh no.
Why does Iron Hand Steel look more black than fucking...
Chad, I think this is it, man. I think this is it. I'm not trying to be a doomer, but they're not playing super well. They're not playing well at all at the moment. This is over for this, guys. Yeah, they used 4 ults there. That was Vendetta, Grab, Beat. Oh no, 3 ults. They lost. Yeah, but Lev used Beat Drop into virtually nothing. I don't think Lunex had any ults there, correct? Like, how are you losing Beat fights? That's so bad.
Oh, so close.
They don't even clear the good spawn yet. $100 they come back? Bro, why would you throw away $100 like that, man? Hey, you better run me my money. Dude, you better run me my money. Honestly, I would donate it now. Zamba MVP, Zamba's been a beast. I mean, he's been so on with these post bumps. They had to cancel it. Nice cleanse. Kitsune rush, you get another. Wow, that's a gorgeous. Oh, look at PGE, bro. There's nothing he can do. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. He's getting ran down by an 100 charge Zarya in a Kitsune rush. Do you know what that feels like? Do you know what that feels like? Feels fucking terrible. That's not on him, bro. There's nowhere for him to go. Yeah, there's gonna be a little treads there on Mantra. Oh, we really haven't seen any round. Basically since the start of this game. Oh no, where's X10 going? X10 is sneaky right now. Looking for some kind of TP play. I don't know if this is gonna be on top of the bridge. Why is Zep just staring at X10? Rocket's down first.
The Thousand Suns erected a warp beacon on Demerium. It is calling every warp fiend in the Immaterium to join the fight. The enemy seek to capture Project Aurora. We must not let them.
I mean, they still have a lot of ults. Look at this, man. They're pulling up on a big drop. That's gonna help sustain against this Kitsune run.
Sever the Heretics portal and cut them off from reinforcement. Your success will decide whether this is a war of days or months. See it done. looking. Gunstrike ready to deploy. Perhaps there's a corner or antechamber we missed. Reloading. Repurposing battlefield sentry. Defiled with heretic sighted. Be ready, brothers. That accursed Terminator is a mockery to the Earth's. Performing self-maintenance. Servo gun is fully operational. Vitals depleting. I can restore this sentry to operational status. Testing still. Perhaps there's a corner or antechamber. Restoring battle readiness. Traitor leader terminate. Servo harness gun available. It's maliciously seasoned. Inserting fresh magazines. Perhaps there's a corner or antechamber we missed. Corruption claimed his future. Simple service. Leader of the attack fusion core.
God, that took forever.
Dude, Extinction is good, man. I was thinking about Extinction's roster. Ryan is a beast, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but Ryan is really at his peak at the moment.
Restoring sentry to battle-ready status.
I have restored power to the console.
Like, I don't know. Rocket has it.
I played Moon Knight and harassed healers.
Input request.
And obviously Vendetta's really good. But
Honored machines. We require passage through.
Consecration seals in place. Breach of seals granted only in the event of reinterment. Authorization necessary. I, Captain Akaran, authorize the reinterment of the honored dead off-world. Authorization confirmed. Captain Akaran. Dispatching attendants to locate the remains. Here to serve. Follow, Minister. Activating Tarantula sentry gun. Cycling cartridges. Munitions depleted. Formidable hellpower that stalled 1,000 suns of bombs. Gunstrike ready to deploy. This creature is no match for the Omnissiah's wrath.
To be remembered in death is the reward of a life well spent. Scanning sarcophagus. Records redacted by order of the Holy Inquisition. Resuming search.
Armor shredder deployed. Not even its witless artificer can repair it now. Servo gun is fully operational.
Only in death does duty end. Scanning casket now. Nominal burial. No remains to be transferred. Proceeding on.
Heretical behavior.
Evaluating sarcophagus. Interred remains slumber in peaceful rest. Insufficient grace. Indexing list of potential replacements.
Captain Akaran. Consecration seals unbound. The way opens.
Return to the console, and let us see. Engine of the war. It intends to strafe us along the bridge. The foul beast goads us. By the primer, the demon engine shall be dispatched. Avoid its infernal flames. Feel that creature's burn. Guns. I'm stem to wounds. Hold fast, brothers. Do not be consumed. It is on an attack vector. Fire flames.
Could you assholes fucking do something, you dickheads?
Quartus, I noticed that your war gear is far cleaner than that of your brothers. I see it as my duty to ensure it is properly before it returns to the army. I can speak a binaric benediction if it please you. Conferring of machine spirit is your duty.
Can you assholes fucking do something? Jesus fuck, bro. Waste of my fucking time. Call is the tabarnak. Yes, I know it's defeat. You giant fucking dildo. You fucking AI piece of shit, AI piece of shit, you fucking cunts. Combat knife.
Now, what is the relegation match that they're talking about? What does that mean? What happened at DSG? They got DQ'd. Oh, you're the co-streamer. What is relegation? I don't know. I'm French. Give me a break. If EXT lose this, then they're out? Yeah.
Okay, so I got the Tyranid one.
Who won for the last predictions? The last predictions went to Lunax. Alright, here we go. Nah, I ain't gonna. I think these support lineups are pretty even. Tank lineup.
Okay, yeah, now somebody joins.
Yeah, no, this comes down to hit scan and hit scan only, bro. Wait, is Rana gonna stay on Ash though? Wait, we're on Mercy. Wait, we're on Mercy. 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 I'm not trolling. Wait, PDK cat.
For the Emperor, for the Omnicide.
Headshot too. What the fuck is going on, bro?
Thousand Suns erected a warp beacon on Demarium. It is calling every warp fiend in the Immaterium to join the fight. The enemy seek to capture Project Aurora. We must not let them. Sever the Heretics portal and cut them off from reinforcement. Your success will decide whether this is a war of days or months. See it done.
The Thousand Suns defile a burial ground. Base curse.
We interrupted the Hellspawn's critical functions. Does your aiming system need recalibration? Heretic specialists suppressed. Cycling cartridges. Heretic sighted. End them. Restoring sentry to battle-ready status. Repurposing battlefield sentry. Servo harness guard behind them. Solve the abyss of the void of temperance.
I see an entrance along that rock face, where the heretic broke through.
Let the servo gun do its job.
need a fusion cell.
The Doom servitors may have a replacement.
Nice shots from Chronic. Yeah, if Chronic actually hits these shots consistently, I legit think this could be an actual strat in game.
Server gun engaged. Must have overlooked something. No fusion cores here either. Thousand Suns Terminator unit identified.
Surely we have missed a servitor. This one lacks a fusion core.
Servo harness gun available. Activating Tarantula sentry gun. Got a fusion core on this one. Fresh ammunition acquired. Restoring battle readiness. Its maliciousness is indeed. I can restore this sentry to operational status. Server gun is fully operational. My servo harness gun will handle this. Repurposing battlefield sentry. Cycling cartridges. Inserting fresh map restoring sentry to battle status. Repairing bio components.
Let us pray this still has enough charge.
Beyond Messiah. Import request.
Unseal this tomb.
Consecration seals in place. Breach of seals granted only in the event of reinterment. Authorization necessary. I, Captain Akaran, authorize the reinterment of the honored dead off-world. Authorization confirmed. Captain Akaran. Dispatching attendants to locate the remains.
assassin in sight.
The demon engine believes it has the advantage.
Not much cover from its bale flame.
Not what the to the Omnissiah. Interact with corresponding sigil to perform claims.
I'm good. Just playing some Space Marine 2 and streaming to nobody as usual.
The barrier is broken. Cleansing rite successful. Your deeds will be immortalized in the archives.
Now, onto the Helldrake.
The Helldrake makes its last stand.
That was way harder than it needed to be.
I see the beacon has collapsed. Excellent work, squad.
I ran Rocket Raccoon as my main for like the first 5 or 6 seasons. And then I switched to Invisible Woman and Deadpool. Played a little bit of Cloak and Dagger. But Invis and Deadpool for me are where it's at right now. Jesus fucking Christ. Could I take... Does it take more damage as I could have, actually?
Taking this very seriously, and because of the Mercy Pocket, once again, able to get the edge on Lion. Yeah, with no Mercy Pocket, I don't know if Chronic wins that. Yeah, I think they can still win, I believe. Uh-oh, here we go. I think that the Hanran Hall went straight into the pole.
Actually, I roll Jeff too sometimes. He's pretty easy and pretty maneuverable. Period. I find Deadpool mostly depends on his build priority, which for me is usually the heal boomerang first, and then either Deadpool in your area or a gun up.
Empire of Avarax. Aurelia cannot function without astropaths, and they are pretty useless at defending themselves. Replenishing ordnance. Restoring sentry to battlefield status. Steal your minds. It's the madness ahead. This tarantula is still battle-worthy. Tactical supplies located. Must eradicate that house wall. Your stratagems are ingeniously devised, Tellurian. Thank you, brother. Perhaps you should orchestrate more operations from the bridge of the Resilient. I could not bear to spend time away from the Templar Armory and my brother's war. Those traitorous bastards left nothing unscathed.
I'm in my basement. Clearly, you didn't look very hard. You can put the lasagna in and set it for whatever the packaging says.
Thousand Suns terminating unit activating tarantula settling. Power harmonies accelerated. This tarantula is still battle-worthy. Require additional resources.
Okay, sir. Now listen to me. There's 3 things I must tell you. 2, 3. 1, I don't have school tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
This will wake me up. 2, I'm pretty sure I have a pulled hamstring. So my back really hurts and my leg really hurts.
How'd you pull your hamstring?
Yesterday I was at a party. And they landed on my back.
Okay. I didn't die. It's the boss.
On my leg as well. And 3, there are mini eggs upstairs in the cupboard. That was a gift from Nanny to me.
So eat all the mini eggs. Got it.
No, there's a pack of mini eggs on the counter. If you want some, you can ask me, and I'll probably say yes.
Did you get my message about the lasagna? Thank you. What was the yeah.
We're being bombarded with corrosive energies.
You cannot stay here.
I am free of the darkness. Now,
Light will be a way out of this nightmare.
No, kill the little guys, you fucking dipshits. Oh my god, bro.
The Imperium stands victorious this day, but the war for this sector is far from over.
Just so you know.